I wanna live in a land called paradise. I wanna go to the valley of the King. I wanna live in a land called paradise. Wanna see the birds fly and I wanna hear the angels sing the praises of my Lord so far above. As I move poetically with the struggle, I fall in love. I look to the left, I look to the right, and all I gaze upon reveals the source of flowers, rainbows, and the dew at dawn. Some see before and some see in and some see after. I let my sight pierce the chains and see the Master. I wanna live in a land called paradise. I wanna go to the valley of the King. I wanna live in a land called paradise. Wanna see the birds fly and I wanna hear the angels sing. So many times in my life I ask myself the question, what got me, brought me into all this mess I'm swimming in? But pain is not and neither harm in the pool of bliss. So slap me with your hand or kiss me with your softest kiss. Tell me that you love me or that you don't like me now. Tell me you invite me or that you don't want me around. I won't cry over a world that can't change my life. I'll put my money on what lies ahead in paradise. I wanna live in a land called paradise. I wanna go to the valley of the King. I wanna live in a land called paradise. Wanna see the birds fly and I wanna hear the angels sing. Try to do right and love my wife and trade and pray and talk. I can be anywhere, do anything, and a mind full of God. I'm pleased and good and happy and harmony. Now I realize that I already live in a land called paradise. I wanna live in a land called paradise. I wanna go to the valley of the King. I wanna live in a land called paradise. Wanna see the birds fly and I wanna hear the angels. I wanna live in a land called paradise. I wanna go to the valley of the King. I wanna live in a land called paradise. Wanna see the birds fly and I wanna hear the angels sing. Wanna hear the angels sing. Oh, oh.
Well, joining me now is someone who's been billed as America's first Muslim country and western star. He says his music is a product of the combination of his Islamic values and his passion for country music. He's from Oklahoma. He's Kareem Sala. And before I talk to him, let's have a listen to this.
Don't you ever wonder what might be if you live life free? Don't you ever wonder what it's like to fly off the high dive? Don't you think the dreams in you are meant to ever come true? Don't you know that hope's the slaves till you free them and see them through? Can you find a little life in you? Make your days and nights worth living. I swear there's more for
Well, that was Kareem Sala. Welcome to you indeed.
Thank you.
It is still a concept. I guess people have difficulty getting their head around that Islam and country and western do seem very far apart.
Well, I mean, Islam is my religion, but culturally, I'm an Okie, I'm a Texan, and you know, country music is a big part of the culture there. It is the music that people listen to. Some of the best country music artists come out of Oklahoma. You've got Garth Brooks, Reba McEntire, Toby Keith. So it was just a big part of me growing up, and I also like the genre because I think it's a very reverent genre. I think you You know, you don't typically have people, you know, if you have some sort of, it's a virtuous kind of music, I think, and it tells great stories.
But a lot of it's about, you know, hard luck stories, drinking, things going wrong with women, or all that kind of stuff, which is not particularly Muslim.
Well, that's part of life, I think, and that's part of, you know, Muslims get their heart broken just like anyone else. So I think those stories are great. They're human stories, and I think a lot of people perceive Islam as this foreign thing that has no relationship to, you know, it's been sort of with all the terrorist attacks and things like that. It's been sort of demonized, but you know, Muslims are human beings. I mean, you grow up in Oklahoma, you talk like an Okie. You grow up in, you know, I've met people of Muslims here that speak the Queen's English.
You know, how did the other side of your life, the fact that your parents came from Egypt, and I mean, you speak Arabic, presumably?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, how did you manage to do both, as it were?
Well, a lot of people think they conflict, and you know, I don't think that they do. You know, for example, in Oklahoma, Southern culture generally, it's a big part of that culture is being very neighborly, and it's a big part of, you know, the Islamic ethos as well. So it was sort of, you know, my religious values and my cultural values reinforced each other. So I think that my parents were very, very open with people. My mother was in every kind of book club and every kind of, you know, club you can imagine. So we had lots of friends with the neighbors and things like that. So we felt right at home.